Good day, my fans, and welcome to the final video of my YouTube Advent Calendar. And what better way to end it than with the best of all 24 videos I uploaded this month. Today I'm going to make an iceberg model of the greatest YouTuber of all time, Lord AxxL Iceberg. If you don't know him, shame on you. Go on his channel, subscribe and watch all of his videos. If you already are a fan, which I hope, watched all his videos, but forgot something that happened over the last 7 or 8 years, which is understandable, that's exactly why I made this video. Here you have an overview over everything that's important about Lord AxxL. In 10-20 minutes, I don't know how long this will go. Without further ado, let's start. At first we have some pretty basic things that everyone should know about Lord AxxL, whoever was on his channel. Lord AxxL is the supreme being of YouTube, of humanity, of the universe, of everything. He is the funniest YouTuber of all time. But he is also the unprettiest of all time. Good thing he wears a mask in all of his videos. Despite that, he has 2 very hot girlfriends, which we go into later in the video. He wears a yellow coat and an orange mask in most of his videos. At least the more recent ones, which are about 1-2 years old. He doesn't wear the yellow coat in every video, but it's still pretty well known for everyone who has ever seen some of the newer videos of Lord AxxL. He got as famous as he is because he self-advertises a lot in the channels of other YouTubers, in the comments of other YouTubers, but it's not so bad because he's much better than all of them. He deserves all of the fans he can get. Yet Lord AxxL is the greatest megastar of all time, and in general he's the greatest of all time. Now we go to the next stage, still pretty basic stuff, but maybe stuff you don't know at first if you don't have looked a little closer into his channel. Lord AxxL has the longest brain ever. It is so long, in fact, it transcends the limits of the observable universe. We have still no way to measure how long it is because it's just so freaking big. What's also very big about Lord AxxL are his muscles. He has big muscles. And he has also very long toenails. Lord AxxL wants to cut his toenails. Never! He is the feet YouTuber. And you really shouldn't talk to him, especially if you are a hater. Oh, and one more thing. Don't dislike his videos! But bow down to him. Lord AxxL is the last king of Germany. He got this title after he brought down the walls of Germany to fall in 1989 and united the 2 halves of Germany under one kingdom under himself. And he named himself the last king of Germany to describe that the Germans should never bow down to anyone but him ever again. Although there are still some dumb haters in his comment section who are jealous of how great he is and need to leave hate comments. But AxxL also wears handsome sunglasses in most of his videos, although not in the more recent ones, which are shorts, where he actually shows his eyes, which are not as unpretty as you might have thought. But we get more into that later. Lord AxxL plays the air guitar in a lot of his videos, and he's very good at it. Oh, and when a Lord AxxL makes a joke, you don't say ha 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 ha. It's actually so funny it will go to the next level and be ga 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 ga. There's also a lot of Lord AxxL spelling mistakes, mostly by the dumb haters, who can't spell his name correctly, who either don't capitalize the L or the A, or just completely write it wrong. I don't know why that is. It's an easy name. It's AxxL. Get that in your heads. Lord AxxL also has the VLC, the world's largest cock, which you also go into later, although he can't use it most of the time. Now we are on the next stage, also already a bit more interesting stuff for those who haven't fully got a picture of Lord AxxL's channel yet. Lord AxxL in his earlier videos, many years ago, didn't wear his orange mask, but he still wore paper masks there. And he actually made a new mask for pretty much every new video that he had. And he also had toilet paper around his face in a lot of his videos. Those were mostly German videos. Lord AxxL is German, and he mostly made German videos before he switched over to English to speak to a larger community which was a very smart move, again showing his very long brain. Lord AxxL is also multilingual. He speaks the pig language. How can it be described as pig language? Yeah, that was an example of it. Lord AxxL is a master of the pig language, which I learned as well to better understand the great things he's saying in his videos. He didn't use it as much recently, but in his a bit older videos, he showed it a lot more. He also made a video entirely dedicated to it. Lord AxxL, many years ago, also made a lot of songs on his YouTube channel, my personal favorite being I Will Punch You in the Face. But there are other great ones, like Street or He, She, Me, Bee as well. Lord AxxL also completely analyzed the English language and found out that there could be some improvements made to some of the words, such as hater, which he spells with an 8 instead of an AT, YouTube without the E, again with an Y instead of the I, it, to, and every other variant of to, like the number 2 or 2 with 2 O's, should be written capitalized, and instead of thing, it is sing. There, Lord AxxL made some pretty good improvements over mediocre words in the English language, and actually made the language a lot more enjoyable. Lord AxxL is the absolute alpha male, and he commands a lot of respect. And as you may see, here comes my name. I am a part of the law as well. I am Lord AxxL's second in command, with the second longest brain. So yeah, and I'm also pretty well known in his comment section. And there's also this guy who is his third in command. I can't spell his name correctly, because I'm not familiar with the language. But he's that old guy who you also see on the Lord AxxL's channel. If you look at his uploads or at his posts a lot, you will find him as well. Lord AxxL also likes a lot of famous personalities, such as Brad Pitt, the prettiest human of all time, who he actually wrote a song for, a very good one at that. Then he also likes The Rock as an actor, as he said a lot, and he likes Donald Trump, who not only has the third longest brain on YouTube, but whose mouth Lord AxxL wants to suck. So let's go into the next stage. It gets more and more as we go deeper and deeper. Despite being the last king of Germany, whee! Lord AxxL also is an American. United States of America! Lord AxxL is also extremely old. In fact, he is as old as the universe. He is immortal. Lord AxxL is also not normal, in case you haven't figured that out yet. He also has a very good reputation. It's so good, in fact, that he has no dislikes on any of his videos. Lord AxxL never needs to get a normal job, because he's a Bitcoin millionaire. And he also visits the bank a lot, as he often tells about in his comments. Unfortunately, though, they have to disable the cameras every time he goes there because of how unpretty he is. But at least he's a big star on YouTube, so don't feel bad for him. Lord AxxL doesn't even not only looks extremely bad, he also smells terrible. He smells like 100 non-alive orangutans. And that, combined with his terrible look, is why he, despite having the VLC and being the ultimate lover on the platform of YouTube, is still a virgin and is always going to be. He can't even touch his 2 girlfriends or anyone really. Another fact in combination with Lord AxxL being immortal is the fact that diamonds are forever. And so is AxxL Afriku. Diamonds Are Forever is also the title of a James Bond movie, which goes deeper into Lord AxxL's personality, because he actually auditioned to be James Bond in a video. Unfortunately, he was declined the role, because he couldn't touch any of the Bond girls, because of reasons I already explained, and because the Bond girls couldn't handle the VLC, obviously. Lord AxxL is the daddy out of everyone on Earth, due to being our creator and wee! Lord AxxL recently gave his followers a new name. We are the Bounties. The name comes from the fact that we bowed down to him. We also fought for a while about calling ourselves Downies, but ultimately Bounties is the one that won. There's also a lot of other YouTubers who advertise themselves a lot on Lord AxxL's videos. Some of the most prime examples being PewDiePie, T-Series, Mr. Beast, and even Michael Jackson. All pretty big names, although it's rather shameful that they advertise themselves under the videos of Lord AxxL. I mean, he can do that because of how good he is, but they shouldn't really advertise some mediocre stuff under the videos of such a genius as Lord AxxL. That's just insulting. Don't do that. So, we get deeper and deeper. Lord AxxL is not only the king of Germany, I mean he is, of course, but it's not just called Germany, he also gave it the name the Dingaling Nation. Lord AxxL is not only active on YouTube, he also has a TikTok channel and does TikTok videos there. And he also has a Twitter account where he mainly posts about his gigantic cock, which is very funny. Lord AxxL also had an interesting connection with the sun. In one of his videos, he spoke about the fact that a day with Lord AxxL is like a day without sun, which is absolutely correct. And he also spoke about the fact that if Lord AxxL would ever show his face to the sun, it would explode from the impact. So yeah, that's an interesting connection Lord AxxL has with the sun. Also, just like the sun, Lord AxxL is one of the reasons we are alive, so that's also shows how deep this connection goes. Lord AxxL is even stronger than some of you might think. In fact, he is more powerful than a locomotive. That also comes from the fact for how big Lord AxxL is. He's a giant. He is more than 7 feet tall, 7 feet tall, 7 feet tall. He is not very small, very small. Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost into his great music for a moment. But Lord AxxL is not taller than Mount Everest. So other than his gigantic brain and the weird sea, his physique is not endless. Lord AxxL is on YouTube for quite a while, 7 or 8 years as I said. 2014 it started, but he actually was on a hiatus for about 9 months in 2019 I think, before he came back stronger than ever in the beginning of 2020. He was sick in the head. Yes, you heard that correctly. Lord AxxL was actually mentally unwell for a while. I know it's hard to believe if you ever look at him, but apparently that's how it was. There's also a lot of speculation about Lord AxxL's sexuality. Is he gay? We might never know. Some people in the comment section have also speculated that Lord AxxL might be Germany, or that he might even be a dwarf, even though that is completely incorrect. He's a giant. But yeah, the other one is incorrect as well. Lord AxxL already said he is not a country. Lord AxxL also needs to remember a lot of people on his videos, probably because can feel what they are doing when they are watching his videos. They really shouldn't look at his nose. His eyes are okay, but his nose is not. But apparently not all parts of his face are as hideous as I once thought, because like I said, in the new shorts, he actually shows his eyes, and my eyes haven't burned from the impact yet. Lord AxxL also wears a big clock around his neck in some of his videos. I would like it if he does it more often, because it's actually one of my favorite traits around him. But yeah, sometimes he does it. Whee! But he's not a copy of Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav. For those of you who think that. Lord AxxL is simply following his own style. He isn't copying anyone. So, it gets deeper and deeper. We are on the second to last level. Some of the more unknown stuff gets revealed now to some of you. Lord AxxL is actually a king of a religion as well. The religion all great people are following, who have a long brain and who see that he is the supreme being and the greatest of all time. And that is Africoism. The name has not fallen out that often, but yeah, it's a thing. Oh, sorry, a thing. One of his older names is Sir AxxL Swine. Swine being a shorter version, a better version of the German word for pig, which again goes into pig language. I haven't figured out the connection there yet. My brain is not as long as that of AxxL, unfortunately. But yeah, Sir AxxL Swine is one of his old names. Because Schwein was forbidden. But we go into that later. Lord AxxL actually has a third girlfriend, aside from his 2 ones, which he also showed off in some of his videos. And she has big boobs. Lord AxxL also revealed the gender of him, his girlfriends, and his toenails in 3 videos of his. First, he revealed that he is a male. He revealed that his girlfriends are female and that his toenails are also male, which was all very interesting and very exciting. Lord AxxL actually for a while forgot how to speak German after changing to English videos, although he may have regained now some of this ability, as in once every 100 videos or so he speaks German sometimes. One time that was so his stupid haters couldn't understand him, one time that was to say a German word, Messingtopf was it, I think. Whee! Aside from the big names I already talked about earlier, Donald Trump and so on, Lord AxxL also was connected to the trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Johnny Depp won the trial, as many of you might know, and that was because Johnny Depp is actually a follower of the Supreme Being. He's a Lord AxxL follower, while Amber Heard is a hater. Shame on her. That was why she lost. Lord AxxL actually got cyberbullied for a while on YouTube. I know, hard to think, because no one could dislike Lord AxxL, even though there's a theory that that is not true. But we go into that after I talk about this. Yeah. No, actually I already said anything about it. Fact is, if you want to cyberbully him, don't do it. There's actually a theory going on that Lord AxxL had many dislikes before they were disabled by YouTube, and that he had more dislikes than likes on pretty much any of his videos, although that's completely nonsensical, because no one would ever dislike his videos instead of haters, but they are probably too dumb to find the dislike button anyway. There's also another conspiracy theory about Lord AxxL, mostly coming from the haters, I assume, because it's also completely nonsensical, and that is that his 2 hot girlfriends are actually his sisters? No, they are not. They are not sisters at all. They are definitely not his sisters. Get that in your head. Get some help. And now we go... Oh no, there are actually 2 more levels. Well, okay, but now it's getting less and less. Yeah, first we have DGE. DGE is DGE. And DGE is DGE is also DGE. And Danke is DGE as well. It's the German word for thanks, but with a T instead of a D, which it should actually be. Lord AxxL already had a music career before he started doing songs on his channel. He made a quali, which is like a yeah, just look at it. For the JBB 2015, a battle rap tournament. Unfortunately, he was declined as well, probably because he was too good for any of the other rappers there and it would have been unfair. Then Lord AxxL also had a lot of YouTube beefs in his early career with other people that he all defeated. Some of them even made his friends. One of them being very noticeable, Horrorhoon, which is one of the 4 channels on Lord AxxL's I don't know what it's called, but you see the 4 channels that he shows off in his channel categories there. TefGamer Nico, me, his 2 girlfriend, an occasion, and Yanakla, and Horrorhoon is one of them as well. But he had beef with Horrorhoon before that. One he had also beef with was another JBB rapper, Tiger10AB, although it's pronounced a bit differently in German. But he also became a friend of his, as far as I heard, because he actually spoke for Tiger10AB to be a part of the JBB, even though it wasn't accepted in the end. He also had beef with another big German YouTuber, Concrafter, who laughed at him, which was pretty uncalled for, I think. And with another YouTuber, Ikanixe, which I don't even know myself what exactly was going on there anymore, so really. There's also another conspiracy that Lord AxxL's girlfriends apparently haven't appeared really in years on his channel. He makes a lot of videos about them, but he reuses clips of older videos he made with them, and there's no original stuff going on with his girlfriends. Whether that's true or not, I haven't checked yet, but yeah, I don't think that's true. Lord AxxL, he now makes his videos in this YouTube room of his, But he made the videos a few years ago when he still had a paper mask and German and all of that stuff in another room, which looks a bit like an attic, and he had a hole in there. He had a hole in the attic. And later there was also a plant growing out of it. But yeah, that's a bit of the unusual stuff I'm now talking about. Lord AxxL also has an Odyssey channel where he made very dirty videos and could express himself more than through YouTube due to this stupid guidelines and everything. And he made some great videos there, where he also at least once used the word fuck in his video titles. Check it out! And now we actually are on the last category. This is the deepest lore that you can go into on Lord AxxL. You have to go very deep. Some of the stuff I didn't even know myself. For example, that Lord AxxL has all GTA 5 gameplays, which was explained in a video that analyzed the channel of Lord AxxL. But yeah, those videos were probably deleted many years ago, before he even started doing his German stuff. But yeah, Lord AxxL also made odd GTA 5 gameplays. And probably the biggest thing about him, Lord AxxL has another YouTube channel, a German one at that, where he makes a lot different videos than the one he makes on his Lord AxxL channel. But I'm not going to tell you the name of it, because yeah, that's supposed to stay private. Karl Kante, I just name drops this here, we are not talking about him anymore. Lord AxxL had also a lot of other identities before I completely changed to AxxL. One of them was Legend AS, and he was the Satan, which you can still see if you watch his earliest videos, but now he's completely devoted himself to Lord AxxL. Then we have the fact that Schwein was forbidden. It's swine now. But swine just by itself is DGE, so AxxL swine. If you need to use the word, is how you use it. Lord AxxL actually has blonde hair, as I also found out in the same video that talked about the old GTA 5 gameplays, which was a video about Lord AxxL, a very good one at that. I maybe link it in the description, I don't exactly know what it was called right now. And then the last thing, something I found very unusual myself, Lord AxxL in one of his videos commented that he actually makes a mistake every 10 years. Although one time he messed up and made a mistake already 8 years after the last one. Probably he does that to avoid complete perfection, because that would be completely beyond our understanding. But yeah, that is pretty much everything there is to know about Lord AxxL. If there's more stuff, don't worry. I will edit this iceberg and I'll also link it in the description. Like I said, I am very, very good, but I'm not perfect. Only Lord AxxL is. Whee!